Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start. No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
That's one he knows he should have drained. And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They're also having a lot of success from the free throw line tonight. You always want to cash in from there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Shumpert is checked in for Love. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here's Dellavedova. There's the pick. The drive by Shumpert. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Shumpert's got his first 2 points of the night.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
6 on the shot clock. There's Freak, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
The 3. The shot is off. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Cavaliers on top, up by 15. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Freak in at point guard. Okafor out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Hollis Thompson. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Outside Shumpert. Picked by Mozgov. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go.
Here's we'll go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. LeBron comes in for Shumpert. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And now Philadelphia on the break. Grant, that's good. Grant's got his first bucket in this one.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Williams. Freak kicks to Embiid, and he gets it to go. Embiid's got 5 now.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Got it off in time. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
What a great...
For Philadelphia, Noel comes in for Carl Landry, and Freak subbed in for Ish Smith. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love, and it's Shumpert in there for Smith. On the court for Cleveland, filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Thompson down low with Mozgov, and it's Irving in at the point guard.
I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Okafor sets the pick for Freak.
Move the ball.
It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 11 on the basket from Thompson.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Shumpert passes to Irving, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Irving with the steal, and here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And Freak throws it down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The quick look, no good that time.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
James wide open, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his third foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The screen from Thompson. Dellavedova kicks to Williams, and he overshot that one, missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Now, Freak He's got 6. Fires the 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter... Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here. With some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. LeBron comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Mo Williams. Freak in at shooting guard. Elton Brand is out there with Okafor. Then it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Sampson in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Irving dishes to Smith. Here's Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Utah. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan, and they're sticking to it.
And both free throws good from Freak.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the 76ers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Love. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. No good on the free throw.
Third team foul. At the line for the 76ers, LeBron James.
And he's good on the second. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Kicks it to Freak. Brand, a screen on Williams. Freak with it. Good.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad. I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan, Kevin Love.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this.